We are live. Hi guys, welcome back to the Off the Script podcast with myself, Jermaine, Joe, and special guest today. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello guys, my name's Louis Moylan. Yeah, that's it pretty much.
Nice. I'm sure we'll get into a bit more about who you are and stuff, because it's safe to say you're a bit more than just,
just a regular guy.
Yeah. So let's get into it. What you just asked us, what are our setups like and stuff. So I think that's probably something to touch on. Should we get into that first before?
Yeah. What are you using?
Yeah. So myself at the moment, I've just got a couple more plates today. To about 190 kilos in plate.
Okay.
Bring them on.
We're doing all right. Oh yeah, I've got one here because I was showing this new plate that I got before you came on.
Yeah. How much is that?
This is going to be, I think it's 25.
Yeah?
You look more than that.
It feels like a 25, to be honest with you. But I bought it online. And I was like, do you know what? It's probably just like close to the standard size barbell. I turned up and it is literally a wagon wheel.
It looks like an axle kind of press.
Yeah. The guy said it was he'd taken some old agricultural equipment and was repurposing it for the gym. So I sent it. Fits on my bar, so that's all I'm worried about, to be honest.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've not got a lot else. What about you, Joe?
Me, pretty much same as last week. I've got my dumbbells now, though.
Okay, good.
They're going up to 25, 22.5 each. I still got my band, still got my little shitty fitness 5 kilo barbell with about 40 kilos worth of plates and that. Yeah. It's all right. But coming from where I was, 4 weeks ago, it's all right.
That's a big leap. What about yourself?
I've got a fair bit, to be fair. I've got a barbell. I've got about 217.5 kilos of plates.
Decent.
I've got a squat stand. I've got a bench. And some dumbbells. I don't know the weights. They're like some old rusty metal things. So I'm not sure the weights on them.
Right.
And I just ordered a V-bar,
Oh, nice.
Arrows. And I ordered this cable pulley thing from China with these like
okay. Yeah.
Like hang it to the ceiling and then put some plates on it, and you can do like rope pushdowns, which I've done them for the first time the other day. In like 2 months I haven't done them, and they felt so good.
Yeah, I bet. Any sort of blood flow and just adding exercise feels good right now, doesn't it?
It was nice, mate. It was nice.
Have you been using occlusion bands then with that, or?
I haven't used any bands. I don't even own a band. To you, I don't really know.
Yeah. Too hardcore.
Sorry.
Too hardcore for the band.
Yeah.
I've just never used them, so I've never had them. I've never used them. Like I may have used them once in a gym with James on a leg press, but so I'll just never train with them really.
Fair enough. Have you got any more kit along the way? Because I've been looking online at the moment at getting I think they're only going for like 200 quid, but you can get a multi-gym lat pull row machine.
The mirror fit ones.
Yeah. I think so.
My mate's got one. I've seen it. It looks all right. It's just room now. It's just like finding places to put stuff as well.
Exactly.
I think I'll just put up with what I got and just stick with the pull-ups.
Aye, yeah. I've got my pull-up back. I've got all of it right in front of me, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Just got it all around me at the moment. I need to actually play it all in one place.
I'll put the on the top.
Sorry, what was that?
You hang that in between. Sorry, we cut off then, I think. You still there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So you got one of them ones where you put it in between the door?
Yeah, at the moment, this is what we're working with. This is why I've been tempted to get an actual
pull
down machine or something.
Yeah.
Like a multi-gym one, because I mean this could support my weight, but it only goes up to I think 120 kg before it'll just probably end up falling down beneath it.
That's what they say. I've seen some skinny guys on Instagram fall through the fucking floor. So
I know, yeah. So I want to be careful. I don't want to end up, try to do weighted pull-ups and just absolutely deck it and hurt myself.
Yeah.
I might branch out and buy one of these MiraFit home gyms.
I think it's definitely worth the investment. And like you say, they're only a couple of £100, so
yeah,
it's worth it.
Yeah. Right, so let's get into yourself now that we've covered a bit of workout stuff.
Yeah.
So do you want to give us a little background on yourself, who you are, what you do? I think a lot of people know what you do if they're watching this, but
yeah. Yeah, well, obviously, I started training when I was like, I don't know, maybe, young, going to the gym on a weekend, like after, when I was in school, really. Nothing crazy, though, just like a bit of chest and that. You know what it's like when you're...
Yeah.
And then I started doing more like mixed martial arts kind of training and boxing training when I was younger. And then I just kind of swayed towards the weightlifting kind of stuff. And then I've done my first competition in, back in 2015, actually. So I bulked up. I just wanted to be bigger, really. So I was training to get big. I got really fat because I didn't know what I was doing.
Been there.
Yeah, everyone's been there, I suppose, when they're young. But I done my first show, and I didn't place in that show, so I was devastated. So I retired.
Okay.
And then I came back in 2017, and then I just started winning shows, and then I just went on from there, really.
Sick. Yeah. So what was your sort of like starting weight and physique and stuff? Because obviously, looking at your physique now and what you've looked like in competition,
yeah,
I come from somewhere else, So what are we talking like? Were you like an ectomorph, like a young skinny guy, or?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I started. When I was boxing, I was like maybe 64 kilos, and then my first show I was 73 kilos. Wow. So I bulked up quite a bit in between that, obviously. I did actually go up to like 102 kilos, but I was pretty fat then.
Yeah.
And then I dieted down. I lost 29 kilos down to about 73 for my first show.
Wow.
And I was in pretty good nick for my first show, so I wasn't really... It was a kind of true 73 weight. I was pretty shredded for my first show. And then, like I say, I took a couple of years off, and then I think my next show, I was only about maybe 75. 75 kilos with like slightly better condition. I've always like got in good condition anyway. And then, as the years have gone on, I've just put on a bit more every year. My last show, I was about 79 kilos on wow. Stage. It's just going up gradually every couple of years, really.
That was the 2019 Big Man show, is that right?
Big Man show, I was 79 kilos, on that stage. But my weight limit for Classic is 86, so...
You got ring pro.
Yeah, so
I'll probably...
I'm 5'8", 5'9", in between.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm quite light for my
You don't look it though. That's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone says I look heavier than I am, but
yeah.
Good thing, really.
Do you think that's like because obviously when we talk about Classic, a lot of that is structure and how you just put together. Do you think that's sort of a thing you have to have then with it as a Classic competitor to?
I think so. Yeah, I think obviously I think nowadays they are rewarding a judging a lot the posing a lot more than they used to before. So you need to be artistic in your posing as well in a Classic way. But it's just the wide shoulders, the small waist, the nice round muscle. I think it's just a bit of everything, really. It's quite genetic. I think there are some physiques where you look at him, he just wouldn't fit in a Classic class. I mean, but I think it is quite a genetic thing.
Cool. Joe, take over.
Yeah. That's it. Drop it on me now. So obviously, you're a British champion. What year did you win the title?
2017.
So you've done the first show in 2015.
2018. I'm a British champion, yeah. My first British was in 2017, and I came 4th then. And then the following year, I came back and won it.
What was the division?
In the classic class.
In the classic?
Yeah, classic, but short class.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I done quite a lot of shows that year in 2018. I think I done about 8 shows that year.
Wow.
I was just smashing them all out week after week.
So you had them all sort of lined up every weekend and just went through?
Yeah, I was banging them out. The first one was in like Northern Ireland, which was a qualifier for the finals. So I won that. And then the following week, I believe it was somewhere up in York or something. So I won that show, won the overall there. Then the following week, I actually they didn't have a classic class, so I done men's under 80s. I come 2nd in that one. Then I went and done the Arnold Classic, which I came 5th in. Then I done the British and won it. And then I went to Rome after that and done a pro qualifier, which I came 5th in as well. So, and then I had about 6 months off before the big man weekend show.
Wow.
Yeah, so I banged out quite a lot of shows that year. I was quite tired.
Yeah.
You're on
how long is...
Pretty much. You're at the peak of the amateur, right?
Yes, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
With you competing in the classic like you did last year in Spain,
yeah,
is your goal purely to fill out and max out in the classic class, or are you looking at moving up to open, or what in the long term?
I definitely think I can turn pro in the classic class within the weight limit that I've got now. So, like even this year, I'll put on a lot of size, but maybe I'll come in at like 82, 83, like at a push. And I've still got 3 or 4 kilos to put on there. So, and I'll look heavier than I am anyway. So I don't think, and then by the time you turn pro, there's more weight you can have anyway in a pro league rank. So
yeah, it's not like you're going to be sucking down, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm not going to have to worry about making weight. So, and I don't really want to be like much bigger, to be honest with you guys. I'm only getting bigger because of the criteria for the judging, really. I'm quite happy with the size my body is like now, or was like last year. But I've been forcing growth to obviously try and be more competitive, really.
It's certainly paid off, because especially at the big man in the last show, and you look fucking brilliant. So
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show. I did play that show. I basically treated it like I was a pro bodybuilder for that entire prep. So me and James were just literally like robots every day for that entire prep, and it paid off because I looked incredible. But yeah, obviously not in the judges' eyes on that day, unfortunately.
You'll get there next time.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah. So how did your sort of relationship start with James and like JP and that whole group of people?
So I met James back in 2014 when I moved gyms to the gym where I was training at, which was Pink's gym back then. And we just started working together straight away. He was like kind of started structuring my diet, and that's when I've started going on cycle and stuff like that. And I kind of left him in charge of all of that stuff. And then obviously we just became really, really good friends. And after because I actually left after I'd done that show, I'd kind of say I quit bodybuilding competitively. I just was training as a bodybuilder for a couple of years. I moved to a different gym, and it was like a how can I describe it? Like a David Lloyd kind of gym.
Okay.
Or like a leisure kind of. It was
lifestyle.
Yeah. So I was training there, and then I actually done that the first show when I came back was out of that gym. I competed quite a lot out of that gym actually. And then eventually James was bugging me to go back down to King's.
Yeah.
Well, King's had closed at this point, and then they'd opened King's, and I didn't go there for over a year because I was just happy where I was and comfortable. But eventually he made me to go and train there, and then we started training together. And then then obviously I met Jordan a couple of times. He came down and trained, and we all just kind of hit it off, really. All just kind of similar personalities, I guess.
Yeah. I definitely feel like that the brand, JP as a brand, like, and that whole crowd, you all do have like a sort of style and just an attitude towards stuff, which is very similar.
Yeah, I think really, like, we all, like, I train slightly differently to a lot of other guys on the team, but it's still with the same kind of accuracy. We both, well, all of us love training hard, and it is like a big part of our lives. Like, we do we're very serious about it. When we compete, like, very serious about it. And it's just that kind of mindset of wanting to be better that we all kind of share, and I think that's why we all do well.
So how do you think that, like, you know, Jamie and JP and all these other sort of people that you've sort of bumped into, how has that sort of impacted you competitively? Do you think that that's a big impact, or?
Yeah, it's definitely made me want to be better. Obviously, when there's other people on the team, and like I'm in the off season, and like Hayder's doing a show, and I'm like, I want to compete, and obviously everyone else. But when everyone else is competing and winning shows and doing well, it just makes you want to be involved. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that now you're glad you didn't end up competing this year, and that you're in an off season, or?
No, because I was ready to go.
For real? Okay.
I started working with Justin Compton.
Okay.
With my diet and everything since like December, January time. We really pushed things hard for like them 3 months before the lockdown. So I was the heaviest I've ever been, besides when I was fat, in an off season. Probably, well, I pushed my weight up to, we was pushing food so hard, like it was really, really hard for me. The calories were just a joke.
What were we talking, like?
It was 6,000 calories. Quite a lot for me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a big guy.
That's a lot for me. Much for me. Yeah.
We was pushing it hard, and the training was hard. We was training 6 days a week, loads of volume. So the sessions were like very, very taxing. But I just wanted to smash it this year, and like in August time. So yeah, we really pushed it hard. So I was ready to go at this point. I was like peaked out, and I was ready to just start smashing a prep. But obviously, the lockdown hit, and it all got a bit messed up.
Yeah.
All went tits up, didn't it?
Yeah.
What are you thinking competition wise now? Then, where do you see yourself with how the season is at the moment?
I'm not really sure. I mean, they've released a couple of shows, they say, but there's no you're going to go ahead. And like, I've lost a lot of weight during because I didn't want to keep force feeding myself when my training wasn't going to be the same. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I still train pretty good, but this, like, it's nowhere near the amount that I'm in the gym. Like, no. So I've dropped food down. I come off cycle just onto like a TRT dose, and I'm trying to hold on to as much as I can. But I have lost a lot of weight. I've lost about, since the lockdown started, I was about 97 kilos, and I'm at like 90 now. Okay. So I've lost quite a substantial amount of weight, but it'll come back. Like, I'm not really.
Of course,
I think that's what a lot of us are like at the moment. Just sort of like, we've all lost a bit of weight. We've had to drop our food. Our training's not been as consistent for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But we're all just like, we'll wait on that muscle memory, I think. I think it was like, we'll lock down the land, we can get back in the gym, and we can start pushing again.
Everyone thinks we're going to be turning into Kevin Liveroni when we get back to the gym.
I know, that's it, isn't it? Everyone's wanting a big rebound.
Yeah. All right, I'll put 40 pounds on in 2 weeks. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's
you can only dream.
Sorry?
Because you can only dream.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope. I mean, I don't know how much longer it's going to go on for, but I do think we will respond like a lot better once we get back in the gym, and the training and the food goes back to normal. Back up. We're definitely going to get back like where we was in no time, really. So I'm not overly stressed.
As long as we all stay, I think one of the big things is just staying motivated, isn't it? Like, I think now just trying not to be a dick with food or with training or whatever else, like, doing what you can do. Stay motivated for when the gym opens, so we're not all just going back and we're not just like fat slobs at that point. Which I think.
Yeah. What are you with your food at the moment?
Go on,
I've dropped my protein a bit. Like I don't see a need currently with the way I'm training to be smashing 200 plus grams of protein every day. It's just not a need, especially if activity levels are down a bit. I'm still going out doing, like, being active. I bought a bike so I can actually go out and still do cardio and stuff as well, just to stay fit. I think that's one of the biggest things now, is just staying healthy.
So you've gone on cycle in the lockdown with your fucking bike.
we can't clickbait the title of the video with that.
Yeah, we can do. Everyone else does.
It's true. Everyone else does it. Just staying active, keep training. Proteins, I dropped down to like 150 grams of protein a day. And then dropped my carbs a bit as well. So it's not like it's just like micromanaging. I think it's just making those adjustments, like, based on training. For the first 2 weeks, I didn't have any kit, so I kept my protein higher still, and then just dropped my carbs. But now I'm in a position where I'm not going to grow, but I can retain what I've got, best as possible, and just stay healthy and not get fat.
What is the weight at the minute then?
My weight?
Yeah, in comparison to show day.
In comparison to show day?
Yeah.
I was, what was I on show day? I was like 70, I think the first show I was like 78, I think. I'm 6'1". And I was in pretty, I'd like to think I was in pretty good condition for a first show.
Yeah.
You definitely were, man.
Yeah, you look.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was, I killed myself first show.
You have to.
Yeah, you do. Like, I don't regret it in the slightest. I think for the second show, however, that's when I think my body had been run into the ground. Mentally, I was there, but my body was just not keeping up.
Yeah.
So I think I was 77. I think I dropped a kilo over the course of about 2. But I think it was just flat. I just came in and I was just flatter than I was at my first show. But now I'm sitting around 97 at the moment. So I got to 100 and then dropped 3 kilos in the past past 2 months or whatever. So, but yeah, hopefully I don't end up just shrinking back to my contest size, because that'd be depressing.
I'm sure.
So when
what about you,
Joe?
What's going on?
What is going on? Who's talking?
Mine keeps cutting up.
Okay, we're good. We're back. I think we're back. What
last thing I heard was you don't want to shrink down to your comp weight.
Yeah, that's not helpful to anybody. No one wants to be small. Joe, what about you then? Where are you at?
Right, so all right, may as well start with where you was at before. So when you were 7-8 weeks out, I started kind of prepping with you, sort of, last year.
Yeah.
And I started at probably about 93 kilos, went down to about 82 in about. I stopped doing the cut with you when you were about 2 weeks out because I got sick.
Oh, it was August, wasn't it? It was like end of August almost. Yeah.
So I got sick in August. I had to completely cancel everything. Stopped in August for about a month, and then September till November-ish, I was all right. And then end of November, I got sick again because I've got colitis. So it fucks up sometimes. It's under control now, which is nice. So from middle-ish November last year till January this year, there was no training at all.
Okay.
So I went from sort of cutting to nothing to coming back and then having 2-3 months off again. And then obviously before this shit happened, I was in the gym for another 8 weeks, put on about another 6 kilos from that. And then just as this lockdown started, I was hospitalized because I went anemic because I'd lost blood. Ended up losing 2 stone in 5 days. Stone and a half, 2 stone in 5 days.
You've been in the wars, didn't you?
Yeah, mate. It's fucking shit. The last 2 years have been shite. So I was in hospital just overnight. They gave me a couple iron bags, sorted my health out and all that. I've come out. I've gone from, hang on, let me check. So I'm like getting it accurate. You what?
This shut me up when you.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh yeah, mate. I'm in hospital. I'm on a drip. I was like, what? Where does this come from?
Same
Right thing.
Horrible, yeah. So I was about 186 when I went in hospital. I don't know what fucking, they only weighed me in stone because, you know, it's hospitals and that.
Yeah.
So I'd lost about 2 stone and a half, whatever that is off that. And now I've put on a stone and a half in a month. I've been out a month yesterday.
Yeah.
So food for me now is just pretty much gone back to what I was doing before.
Yeah.
With just every meal, like 1 meal a day being off. So I'll have like a burger or something like that. So calories are about 3,500, 4,000.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and
that's a good amount of food.
Yeah, I'm 5'10" and just weighed myself, and I'm like 190 now, which is nice. So
you're getting back up there then. That's
yeah.
Good. Just don't get fat.
I won't. I'll put on a couple more pounds and then recomp in time for the gyms. Don't worry. Don't worry, Jermaine.
Yeah, that's scared. One of the things I am genuinely scared of is seeing someone come back to the gym and they've just turned into a sack of shit. They look like like Simpson walks in the gym.
I doubt it's going to happen. Anyone that trains seriously, kind of.
Yeah, 100%.
But there will be them people that did fall off, 100%. And then there's people that have been like training proper like this whole time. They're just going to look jacked.
Yeah, some people are going to come out of lockdown looking show ready, aren't they?
Oh, 100%. Some people definitely.
Yeah. How? I'm trying to think of people who were who's been prepping recently, who was in prep in quarantine. James, obviously.
Yeah, James.
Who wasn't he?
Jamie the job prep.
Yeah, we had him on. I think it was what? When was the show supposed to be?
Oh,
in April, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had him on.
A few weeks before that.
Yeah, 4 weeks before that, and he was talking about his prep. And so everything was good. He was looking really good, wasn't he?
He looked good, yeah. Good.
Fucking massive, isn't he?
He's a big lad.
I remember the first time I saw him was at Body Power Expo.
Yeah.
I saw him, I think I was like 17. I saw
this head above everyone else.
Yeah.
And I at that point, for like a second, I was like, I might as well just give up. Like, look at the size. It's ridiculous. He does look like he is.
Yeah. He's a very big lad. Yeah, really, really nice as well. Like such a lovely guy.
That's like the that sort of
the guy I train with at the moment. Sorry.
Now you good.
Are you there?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's me or you, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think it's Jermaine. Jermaine keeps cutting out. So.
Oh, jeez. I'll have to use my mobile data next time.
It's all right. It's all right. Carry on, Louis. Your training partner.
The guy I train with now, 6'7", and he's about 105 kilos. So he's a bit taller than Jamie. Jamie came to King's actually to do a seminar, and I was training with Damien at the time, and they had a little standoff, and Damien is a couple of inches. I think he's 3 inches taller.
Oh, I remember seeing this guy. Yeah.
Back to back, right?
Big lad. Jamie's not big, like a bit more muscular, but yeah, it was. So I train with him every day. So seeing Jamie's not that strange to me, but yeah, he is such a giant man. They're both beasts.
Have you? So who, other than Jamie, who else have you sort of been in with, like as a training partner and stuff, and like been around a lot? Or is there like any names in particular that like stand out to you as being like you've been close to or anything like that? Or
What, in terms of me training with them, or?
Yeah.
And obviously, I trained on my own a lot when I was younger, and then pretty much I've been training with James, and he started to go off and train with Luke a little bit more, and me and Damien just kept it going. It used to be the three of us. It'd be me, Damien, he's the giant, and James, but yeah, no one else really. It's pretty. Obviously, you have an odd session here and there with other people, but for the most part, I'll just kind of go in and do my thing, really.
Fair enough. Have you always been like a guy who can just do it on your own, just go in and do the work and speak to anyone?
For years and years, I just trained on my own, just headphones in, just smashing it out. It was only since I moved over to King's with James, when I was training with him and Simon Brooker as well. Sorry, me, James. Used to smash it.
I remember seeing the vids of you, Simon, and James on the Trained by JP site and that.
Yeah. Simon's just a beast. He's just a beast. But he had like a couple of. He's been out for a little while, but he's just kind of getting back into it now. So he's another up and coming. Like he's definitely going to be pro at some point. So keep an eye out for him. But yeah, other than that, just us three really. Me, James, Simon, and Damien. That's it. We've got our little team, and we just go in and do our thing. Sometimes it's just me and Damien. Sometimes just me and James. But yeah, we just go and get it done. It doesn't really matter.
Awesome.
Right. You guys together?
What's that?
Do you guys train together? Are you from the same?
So yeah, we train together sometimes. It's like it depends. We have sort of like because we train out of do you know Ultimate Fitness in Birmingham?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, so we have like a group that all train at the gym who are all similar age. We're all around 20, 21, 22, that sort of age. So we all sort of sometimes like whenever we go in, chances are one other person's going to be in.
Yeah.
So we end up training like quite often. We rarely end up actually arranging to train.
And up and get done.
Yeah. So it's like if we do arrange to train, it's usually because we like something's happening or there's or something. But other than that, we're similar boat to you. We're happy to just go in, do and leave and not say to anyone, I guess, unless someone's there and then we end up training.
Yeah, it's pretty good because at King. Have you boys ever been to King's?
I really want to go. I've never actually been.
Going before this shit happened.
I know, yeah.
I'll be there, because I started doing the design work for James and Cougars and that podcast.
Yeah.
And he said because I didn't charge them, they were like, "Come down, and we'll give you like a free entry in that."
Yeah.
So I was like, fine, but then I ended up having to sort some shit out over here, so I missed out on the weekend, and that was going to be me coming down for Kings for the weekend and and everything out. But it is what it is. I'll be down when it's all over, 100%.
Yeah, so. You boys down. It's good down there because, like you say, that it's the same kind of thing. There's always someone there that you can train with if you want all the time. There's always, and everyone trains pretty seriously down there, so it's not like you're gonna just jump in with someone and have a shit session. It's always going to be a good session, and the vibe's good anyway. So you can go in on your own and just
I bet. Yeah. What other gyms have you been training at besides King's? Do you train at Muscle Works often or anywhere like that?
I've been there a couple of times to record for the site.
Yeah.
Chris, our film guy, it's a bit closer for him, so we've been down there a couple of times and trained. And it's nice. The kit's really good. Really nice gym. I prefer the vibe at Croydon. It's a bit more like the atmosphere is a bit better. So, but yeah, I've been down there a couple of times. There's two Kings, isn't it? There's one in Croydon, one in Mitcham. We've been a couple of times.
There's is it Bethnal Green?
No, that's a Muscle Works Bethnal Green.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No one in it.
The Orpington one. So, but yeah, other than that, I just pretty much train at King's now.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Got everything I need there, so
I don't see why you'd move, honestly. You got no reason to go to that gym. Yeah.
I'm not really one of them guys that goes around and like some people travel and try different gyms on the weekend.
Yeah.
I just stay and get it done and and just on with life, really.
Yeah, I think I had a phase of that last year, like January last year. I just, for like a month or something, I just went to every gym in like an area. Like I went to London, but didn't end up going to King's like an idiot. Went to all the gyms in Birmingham, obviously. Field and Rotherham, all those gyms around there, you know. So I did that for a while, and then I just sort of went, this is not helping myself. Serious, like I need to stay a bit more grounded.
It is nice, like you see obviously new faces and try new machines, and when you're trying out different gyms. But for me, I'm just like a bit of a creature of habit. I just like to I have my routine. I get up, do my cardio, eat, go to work, go to the gym, I come home, back to work. So I just kind of go into another, it would just mess my day up a bit too much.
Yeah.
Especially if I
don't mind me asking, what does your work entail at the moment?
So obviously at the moment it's a bit quieter than usual, but I'm a locksmith. I'm on call out 24 hours, people getting locked out, or changing locks, upgrading locks, anything to do with security, really. So yeah, it's not too bad. The hours are a bit unsociable sometimes. Like I went out at midnight last night, which is not too bad now. But when you're in prep and you're getting called out,
fuck that.
Because it's just sleep that you're not getting back.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're in prep, you go to bed and then you're getting up at 6 or whatever time in the morning. If I get called out from 2, I don't get until 4. I'm not sleeping until 8. Do you know what I mean? I've got to be up at 6.
Yeah.
And now I could, that happens. I can usually sleep in a bit longer if I need, but.
Cool. Yeah. I can relate to that. I had it when I was in prep last year. I just started, I think I was about 8 weeks out. And I'd started a new job where I was on call.
Yeah.
And I'd get called out for fire alarms at like 2 a.m. and crap sometimes. And when you're like a couple of weeks out from a show, like, I was fuming. Yeah. And I always, do you find it as well in prep where once you wake up in the night, it's really, really difficult to go back to sleep?
I can't sleep in prep at all.
Exactly.
I'll be at work, like driving around all day, nodding off at the wheel, shattered. And then I'll get home, get in bed, wide awake.
Yeah.
Wide awake for hours and hours.
Yeah.
But
I always tried to push like one meal back, like closer to bedtime, and try and make that like a big meal. And even then, I just like, if I woke up in the night, I'd just be laid there in my bed, like, hungry. Cakes. And like, I've dieted before, but like last year was my first prep, so I think that was my first sort of time dealing with like the real sort of nitty gritty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people say that it gets easier every time as well, but I don't know how true that is.
I wouldn't say easier, but you get used to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of, because you know what's coming. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
From 4 weeks out, if you're in shape 4 weeks out, you're fucked for the next 4 weeks. Like you ain't gonna have a personality.
Yeah, 100%.
For me, I'm just very, very quiet. Like having a conversation is burning too many calories for me.
Yeah.
Very, very quiet. Like me and James training, like we don't even talk to each other.
Yeah. I had it last year where one of my co-workers, because I wasn't talking to anyone, because I was like in my break at work, I'd be nodding off, sat down and stuff. She ended up calling messaging my coach online. She found him, messaged him, was like, "Hey, can he have a break or something? He needs food and all this." I'm like, "No, he can't have a break. He's dying for a show."
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So how do you balance bodybuilding with like your family, relationships, everything else outside of that?
Obviously when I'm prepping for a show, there is no balance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll dedicate 12, 16, whatever, how long the prep's going to be, and competing. that's fully dedicated to the show, to the calls, really. But I will go to events and stuff. Like, I just won't eat or drink. I'll just take my own food, drink water or Diet Coke, maybe. I try and be a lot more social now. Like, in the past, I missed events from just prepping for a show. But as I've got older, I'm a bit like these kind of things are important, you know. When your family's someone's birthday, you need to be there. So I know a lot of people don't bother, but I always make an effort in relationships to do things like activities to keep things like, I don't know, just because I've been in relationships before where I've been prepping for a show and I'm like, oh, I can't go and do this because I'm dieting, or I can't do that, can't do that, and it just affects the relationship in a negative way. So now I always try and think of ways to do things with, obviously, my partner or my family that don't entail like anything that wouldn't be in like a normal life. Like, I'll go to the cinema and just drink water, or I'll take my cod and I'll eat fish in the cinema, or like I'll go bowling, or there's loads of things you can do.
Yeah.
That like will keep your life feeling a bit more normal as well, and obviously keep the people in your life happier at the same time. So I definitely think it's worth doing, but I know a lot of people won't do that. But that's just me personally. Like, that's my family and are really important to me. So I will make an effort as much as I can. Yeah,
100%. I think that's something that next time I prep, which will probably be next year, that's one of the things that I'm like, that's going to be one of my goals for prep. I've got like the goal, obviously, to beat my previous best, place higher, to win potentially, but also to have that balance there a lot more, because I think I actually managed that poorly last year, I think. So I think that's definitely like a big thing that I think a lot of people struggle with it in prep. I don't think that's something that people are just okay with and could just do, is manage their relationship. So
yeah, I think a lot of people struggle, but at the end of the day, like, I mean, it depends on the individual as well. Like, I know I'm not going to be like a top Olympian athlete. Do you know what I mean? Like, do some pro shows and not do too bad, but I can't really see myself being like top 10 at the Olympia. So like, it's not my job, bodybuilding. I do some clients, but I only do a selective few. Like, it's not my source of income. So I don't want to dedicate my entire life to something that I'm not going to be like the next Michael Jordan. Do you know what I mean? So I'll give 100% when I'm competing for a show, but I still need to give time and effort to the other important things in my life. Do you know what I mean?
I think this lockdown's given me a good perspective on things as well. Just stop being such a selfish bastard. And I've not even prepped for a show. Like, I'll just say, it's like if Katie, my girlfriend's like, can we go here? Sometimes I'll be like, no, I've got to eat my food or something. I'm like, there's no need for it. I can take it with me. I can do this or I can do that.
Yeah.
And she's a very outdoorsy person as well.
Yeah.
And it just puts things into perspective, and just like, stop being a prick, you know?
You just got to make an effort. Like, it's
do it. Like,
you can't do it. Not a problem. Just cook your food, put it in a Tupperware, and take it wherever you go. Like, and Mrs. Happy keeps you happy because you're out and about. You're not just sitting on a sofa thinking about doing a bodybuilding show. Like, it gets like sometimes prep. So last prep I quite enjoyed, like, going out, and even I would just go to the cinema with James or something just to get out of the house and just take our mind off the diet and stuff towards it. Usually I'd fall asleep in the cinema, but it was nice. It was the only place I could sleep. You know what I mean? You go in there.
I've got a funny story actually about people being in prep before the sleep. Before I had the job that I currently have last year, I think it was pretty much at the start of prep, I was working like loads of different jobs, trying to make ends meet. And one of the jobs I worked was at a cinema in Birmingham. And I don't know if you know, do you know Callum of the Muscle Mentors?
Yes, yeah.
So by chance, this was when Avengers Endgame was on. By chance, he was doing he'd been doing a seminar in Birmingham. So him and his girlfriend came in to the cinema. I was like, "Oh, Callum," and he was like, "Oh, I kind of recognise you."
Yeah.
We had the conversation, and he was in prep at the time. I remember him going in, being very excited to watch Avengers Endgame, probably one of the biggest films of the past like decade.
Yeah.
Did to watch it. I went in to check halfway through because we have to check screens to make sure that no one's like shagging in the back or something.
Yeah.
And he was just there, front row, passed out, half laid on his girlfriend in the middle of the screen. And then I was like, does it really get that bad? And then like 3 months later, that was me as well.
Yeah.
The sleep everywhere.
I think it's because it's quite relaxing in the cinema as well.
It is, isn't it? With the lights like down.
Away, you can't even, in my cinema here in Sutton, there's no reception.
Yeah.
So you can't even use your phone anyway. So it's just you and the screen, and if you're tired, you're going to kit.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take advantage of that more next time I prep, is just go in and have naps in cinemas.
Yeah.
Just get a £10 nap.
Like £20 a month and just sleep there.
Yeah, genius. I'll get an Odeon club card or something.
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
Gosh, if you don't, you're going to be going 3 times a week. It's going to be £120 a month to sleep.
Exactly.
You want to get into some questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Did you get any, Jermaine? Did you get any, Lou?
I got a couple. Nothing interesting.
At once. I've got 3.
Yeah.
One's a quick one and 2 are more in depth. So if you got time, we can go through them.
Yeah.
We'll start off with the nice one. Your favorite cheat meal, 3 courses, and that's from AJ3 Fitness.
Oh, I'd probably say I'd have to go Italian because like a lot of my family is Italian. So I'll probably go with like a burrata with some nice Italian bread and some olive oil for the starter. And then some kind of pasta ragu, like or something. And then probably just finish it off with a little tiramisu.
Tiramisu's a good one. What about you, Jim?
Oh, you started with me. Well, I don't see. I've finally found someone who's as pale as me and has Italian in the background as well.
You what?
You
wouldn't think it.
No. It's on my mum's side, so I guess my dad's genes were stronger.
Yeah.
For me, starters probably deep fried calamari or garlic chili prawns. I like that sort of shellfish and stuff like that. As a main, it's got to be a good burger, 100%.
Yeah.
Or Nando's butterfly burger.
You have Nando's as your cheat meal option.
Yeah, I like the burger in general.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm telling you.
A sunset burger is your cheat
No, I'll
meal.
change that. Fuck that.
Oh.
The double tower New York burger from Wetherspoon. There you go. It's like £6 for a burger of grease.
Wetherspoons. That's dead.
Yeah, right? It's all right.
I've never been. I've got no dog in this fight. I think. What was your dessert?
Probably Ben & Jerry's.
Bruh, that is.
Don't even give me that one.
That is abysmal. You said you were flexing on us with the I'm Italian at the start.
I am. So I eat it all the time. It's not a cheat meal.
Oh, for God's sake.
Wetherspoon's burger is dead.
I'm not having a plain burger with cheese. That's it. You've got red onion, what do you call it? Chutney on there. You got
real
onion
beef.
rings. You got a fucking hash brown, 2 patties, every sauce. What's wrong with that?
I mean, maybe if there's a pint of Guinness with it, I'll get it.
Nah, cider, mate. Copperberg. I'm a girl that way. I like my fruity cider.
For God's sake.
What about you, Jermaine?
So I'd have starter. I'd have New York style Bubba Gump shrimp gumbo. That would be my first one. Some like southern cuisine. So to start, okay. Then I'd have. I'm in trouble with this. It'd probably be like my mum's home cooking, like jerk chicken and or something like that.
Yeah.
with some like mixed veg or rice, whatever. And then
You can't have that.
Why not? It's my mum's home cooking. Don't you dare shit on my mum's cooking. Thank you very much.
Food is the one. Home cooked food is
That's
the
true.
one.
That's true.
I cook a good ragu. I could smash that as a cheap one. With half a ton of parmesan on it.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
yeah.
true.
All the cheese. And then I'd have dessert. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a big dessert guy, honestly, so I'm not sure. Probably like maybe meringue or something.
Oh, no.
No?
No.
No, I'm not a big dessert person.
What's up with you? You boys need to come down London and get a proper bit of grub.
I've only been to London once. We went in February, and we went to Chipotle. I've never been before.
Chipotle is great. Actually,
Chipotle ain't bad, to be fair.
All right.
if you like Chipotle,
Yeah, it's expensive.
burrito.
£8.50 or something for a wrap. Yeah, fuck the bowl. I just had the burrito.
Yeah, you can't.
It's so good.
No, it's like when people go to a restaurant and they have a salad. Like, what are you doing?
That's not a good look.
No. It's better than meringue, though.
Think of the back.
Meringue.
Even cake and custard's better than meringue.
I think maybe a sticky toffee pudding. Maybe.
Yeah.
Ice cream or custard.
Sticky ice cream. I think ice cream.
Both. You can't have both.
Yeah, go on. No. It's a British meal. Why not?
Coffee, I'll have ice cream. Custard's too hot because the sticky toffee's hot, and then you put hot custard on
custard.
It would just be
cold
like
custard, man. Straight out the can.
Cold custard. Jesus. Straight out the jar, yeah?
Yeah, man.
You boys. What's the next question?
Yeah, can we get past this? Cold custard. That is possibly the most disgusting thing you've ever said.
It's all right, man. Well, right.
That's just insulting.
Straight face on. If you were to critique your own physique, what would you say is your best and worst body part?
Best body part, probably pecs. Worst body part, probably... I'd probably say, I don't know, you know. I'm quite well balanced. I haven't got anything that's really, like, weak. Yeah. I'd love a thicker back. But, like, my back's very deep. I'll probably say my back's probably my weakest point. Even though it's detailed and lean, but I need a lot more thickness in my back.
It's very wide.
Yeah, it gets in good condition, but I need a lot more thickness there. But yeah, I've got pecs for days. I don't know why. I just got a good connection. You can lend me. I've got a bit of a D cup here. See.
Yeah, I think me. What is my body part? Probably my calves. I think that goes for a lot of people, but my calves aren't. I will say, I'd like some proper ball sack calves. To be honest with you.
Calves.
Yeah, calves.
I think he's eating meringues.
Yeah.
I'm back.
He keeps cutting it.
I'm back.
You in?
Here you go. That's better.
Yeah. So calves. I'd like some ball sack calves, please. I don't really know about if I have a best body part, to be honest.
What's your favourite spot on your physique to look at? What's your favourite pose? There you go.
My favourite pose?
Your best pose?
When I was in condition, it was the most muscular.
Everything. Everything's the best.
Yeah. That's my best pose.
All right. Just the calves. That's
it's just in that pose. In that pose, it hides my weaknesses quite well. So,
all right.
What about you, Joe?
Arms are dog shit, and my best body part is probably my legs or back width. Quad? Yeah, quads.
You've got some hamstring, to be fair.
Yeah, I have, but they're nowhere near the development of my quads because I used to train in a pure gym. So literally all I did was barbell squats, hack squats, leg extension. That was it
Oh,
for like
fair enough.
a year. So definitely quads, and then biceps because my insertions are shit, so they needed a lot more growth. Triceps, all right though.
Following on from that question, if you could pick a body part from any bodybuilder in the world and make it your own, what would you take from who?
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably say Kevin's arms, Kevin Levrone arms.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, no.
The crowd goes silent at that point.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I just like the shape of his arms.
There's like no gap on his arm at all.
Tricep was just huge.
Hanging off his arm.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I think I'd go for. See, I feel like I'm not like that far into like my training years to say whether or not I have a good or bad.
No excuses.
What?
There's no excuses. Let's go.
Okay, I think probably I think it's a bit fucking cliche and everyone would fucking pick it, honestly. But probably like Dorian or Ronnie's back or something like that.
To be fair, yeah, I've missed the ball on that one.
Yeah, there's your back thickness.
That's a good.
Massive arms and still a shallow back. That's the next.
Yeah, you look sick in a vest, didn't it? Walking down the beach. No, I'm joking, but nah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to build the best physique.
All right, shall we change the question a bit?
Go on.
Yeah.
On your frame, which body part from a professional do you think would enhance your physique the best? Yeah.
What do you mean?
So
to
obviously
improve
you said
to be a
back thickness
professional?
you're looking at. So would you have Ronnie's back thickness added to your physique?
I think that would be a bit much. On my, to be honest. I think the rest of me would have matched
the black back.
Yeah.
Oh dear. I think
we can never stay on track from the end.
we can't. No.
I don't. Right. What's the question?
Just fucking forget it.
I'm gonna have to edit a picture of you just with back, just with a black back.
White glutes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Oh my god.
That is a dumb
question. Right. I think some of my followers are like Iranian or something, so the English is a bit shit.
You are?
So when they put the questions through, it's not in good English, so I have to try and get
translate.
So yeah. Right. When it comes to nutrition for a beginner, what staples would you have in the diet?
Everything's protein, carbs, and fats. Just basic stuff: chicken, steak, eggs, whey protein, carbs, rice, pasta, oats, and fats: peanut butter, whole eggs, and olive oil.
Nice and easy.
And that's me now. That's all I eat now, anyway.
What about avocado? Do you like avocado or not?
I don't really like avocado much. I mean, during prep, me and James were like, avocado is like fucking like a chocolate bar.
Oh, honestly, yeah.
But now, if I looked at one, it'd probably make me feel sick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
even avocado. You get one avocado and it tastes really good. It's nice and soft, really nice flavour, and then bang, the next day you get another one and it's shit.
Yeah.
Brown inside or fucked already.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I do remember having an avocado the night before my first show as my
What was the thought process behind that?
Adding in fats before you sleep. I think at the time the idea was to try and basically just to hold the carbs, fats in my body for as long as possible. It's just basically just slow down my digestion, just so I can hold a bit more and potentially be a bit fuller the next morning. But I just
certainly worked, especially for the first show.
Yeah, for the first show it was great. But yeah, I think honestly, when I had that avocado, little bit of sea salt on it, just a little bit, and can't beat it. Honestly, I was just
like salted caramel ice cream. Yeah, not quite.
Yeah, it was good.
Have you got any more questions?
So someone actually sent one. It's like, where do you go? Where do you go to shop for jeans, clothing, etc.?
Trainedbyjp.com.
Pretty much. Obviously, all my gym clothes are Trained by JP clothing, isn't it? But for jeans, I would probably. What was the last jeans I got? I do quite a lot of shopping on like Mr. Porter and like Liberty, because I'm not massive, fit into like normal size shit.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong, like stuff like jeans, I may have to get like a couple of sizes up, and just get the waist tailored on them.
Yeah.
Because my quads are like not huge, but they're bigger than my waist is quite small. So I'll probably need to get like a 34 or 36 inch waist and then get the waist cut in just so my legs can get into them. And t-shirts, right? Like suits and stuff, I have to get tailored. But yeah, most of my shit I just get off the shelf.
Okay. That's a blessing, actually.
Yeah.
I bought a pair of...
The real reason you don't want to get any bigger.
Yeah, that's it. It's nice to just be able to pick up any clothes and all.
Yeah, you can't be going to go outdoors for a hoodie. No chance.
That's true. Yeah, I had I bought a pair of jeans around Christmas. I bought a pair of Hero jeans.
Yeah,
and because I shout out to them because fuck them, because they were just awful. They came and I'd ordered obviously my size. I was like, it's like a 32, 34 waist and long. And they honestly, I couldn't get the trouser leg past my ankle.
Really?
It was so unbelievably tight. They were made for a person who had I think just like pin legs. Like I don't know who would fit those.
Yeah.
I get them over my foot. So
own the calves.
Yeah, no. You know what? That's the worst part. I have bad calves and they still don't fit over my calves.
Bloody hell.
What?
That's not a recommended from us then.
Yeah, no. So guys, if listeners, don't shop jeans from here. You can shop t-shirts, they're fine, whatever. Don't go for jeans, please.
The proportions, when you buy stuff off the rack. It's like, I've only got 28, 30-inch waist.
And
so as I say, I'm quad dominant, so they go up the back part fine. I just can't fucking pull them up. And then when you pull the pin in, after about a week, split straight underneath. Every time without fail.
You can get them kind of stretchy material ones a bit now. They're not too bad.
Honestly, it doesn't work.
Oh really?
No.
See,
I'm not
all my clothes are like that, stretchy.
Yeah, I think the stretchy fits the way forward. The Levi's are a pain in the ass to get because they are solid. Like the denim just does not stretch at all.
Yeah.
Levi's and they are a pain in the ass to get into. But once you're in them, they look good.
These are all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's what my jacket is as well. Nice. It's all good. So
I need to order 2 more pairs of joggers because in the past couple of weeks I've had 2 pairs rip on me. Both in the crotch up the back.
Big in the quarantine. It's
just my glutes, mate.
I'm getting smaller here. My jogging bottoms are getting baggy.
I don't know. I think it's just because I've been wearing them more, like a lot more, and they're just like lounge wear.
Yeah.
Just worn them out. I've had them a while, to be fair, but oh my God, I've just made a mess of them. So
One of them, isn't it?
It is one of those. Now, I was speaking to someone the other day, actually. I feel like my upper body has gotten smaller, but my lower body hasn't really changed, weirdly.
Yeah.
So I think hopefully I'll actually have some legs coming out of quarantine, but no guarantees.
Yeah, I think mine's the opposite. My upper stays big and my lower gets smaller.
Okay.
I've just gone to shit all over, so at least I'm equally balanced. You know, it's all right.
You're equally balanced, just 2 stone lighter.
Shit everywhere, yeah. Oh.
What is? Right. Do we have anything else we want to?
I've got no more questions.
I've got a couple. Well, I got sent a couple. One was, how do you stay motivated to train?
You just train.
What, in current circumstances or what?
There's no motivation required.
You just do it.
I just love training. Do you know what I mean? Like some people do need motivation, but I think if anyone's really training seriously and competing and stuff, you're doing it because you want to do it, and there's not even kind of a motivation there. You just get up and do it. You don't even think about it.
Yeah, if you start a contest prep and you make it to the stage, there's no you're not a person who runs off of like motivation, or you could be inspired or whatever, and maybe one day you'll be more motivated, but it's not like a thing. Like you just do it. Like there's ways about it. Like when I, like, let's say I go and do leg press at the gym, I'm not thinking about watching videos online, you know, or anything like that really particularly to motivate me. I just go and do it.
Yeah.
I've never been one to like have to like psych myself up to go train. I'm just like,
go.
Yeah,
me too.
If you enjoy doing it, there's no need for motivation really, is there? Because you're already motivated.
Yeah. So
here we go.
I got one. This was from James. He said, "Why did Max, my friend, fuck up your tan for the Big Man Weekend show?"
Is he on about your head?
My head, Max. What's going on? You forgot to tan my forehead. Looking back now, my forehead was a bit white around the hairline, but
that is such a specific thing to pick out and send us a question.
Everyone rips me on that. Whenever I post a picture from that show, that's why I never post pictures from that show, because my tan is fucked. Well, only around my face, to be fair. He done a really good job on the body. He just big love to Max for rubbing me up.
Wow. You should sort of like pushed your hair down, like combed out, do a cover of it just to hide the.
You've seen the hairs. The hair sits where it sits. It don't. I wake up like that, go to bed like that. It don't move.
Yeah, no, that's. I don't think I've had a bad tanning experience. I don't think.
Have you not? I've had a few.
Had a tan, so.
Other than when I was having my tan done for my first show, I had it done in my flat. Like an idiot, I went to the toilet and sat, did my business, stood up, and my seat was like black for like 2 weeks.
That's not good.
Even after wiping it.
You didn't even know what was tan and what wasn't either.
Oh no, that's the real shitter, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, no. Yeah, contest tan is a weird one. Have you seen that picture of the? There's this kid from a bodybuilding show. I think it was in like Malaysia or somewhere. And this kid was running around playing or whatever, outside the venue, and this kid ran headfirst into the backside of a bodybuilder who had been tanned and was covered in glaze. And there was a face print of this scared, like the scared child's face just printed on this guy's ass cheek.
Is it?
Just covered, like one half of his face in contest hands, like both his hands were covered in it as well. And this guy, kids' handprints all over him. Oh, fuck me. I'd be fuming. Imagine prepping and then having that happen to you.
Oh, man, didn't you?
Scary stuff, man.
Yeah, it is.
You got any more, Louis?
No, I had one who was the best looking Arab man I know, which is Hader Mehdi.
Okay.
There's no beating that one. He's a good looking lad.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll give it to him. I would have said on the show, currently it's me, but I'm the only remotely Arab person on this show.
Because we're both albinos, me and Joe.
Yeah, you are both albinos. Right.
What's your full background? So you got Italian and what?
Yeah.
Irish and English.
Same.
I'm white.
Here we go.
African and Arabic.
Oh, so you got a little blend going on there.
I have, yeah. I'm a bit of a mongrel, yeah.
Fair enough.
Quite the mix.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So you should have all the genes. You should have 4 round muscle bellies, white grain in it, and flex wheeler joints. That's fucking brilliant.
I should, yeah. I really should. I should have Hadi Choopan's conditioning as well.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
His beard as well.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about growing a quarantine beard.
Oh, no.
Getting bored of shaving, to be honest.
Don't know, mate. You might look like a crackhead Rasta or something like that.
Yeah, you might be pushing that a bit far.
Yeah, that's. Do you know what? I'll show if it looks all right. I'll post a picture. If you don't see anything, it looked like. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Shall we wrap it up then?
Let's wrap it up.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to the Off the Script podcast. Thank you to our guest today, Louis, for coming on, and Joe as well.
Always.
We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for having me. Take care, guys.
You too. Bye.